Okay, what is happening? Cool, I'm here with Budokai 3. I've got to make this quick, yeah. So sorry it hasn't been a video for a little while. I've got some things recorded though. I'm playing some stuff for some mates and that. And so yeah, there's going to be some daily uploads coming out from now still on a real thing. This is my take 2 of this, because the first take was just way too damn long and I did not mean it to be that long. I just kind of got lost in explaining stuff. The kind of purpose of this video was for all my Budokai family, pick up all my Budokai family, man like Seijin, man like Underlord Tico, man like Luke, man like Nero and Kaj the King, and all of you man there, all of you DBZ formers, you know who you are, you know what I'm saying? All the man I'm in the Discord chat and all of that. So yeah, what I'm basically trying to show here today is capsule builds and some other techs that come from these capsule builds. One of the best things about Budokai 3 compared to the others, one of the things that it does hold, is it has the best equip system because it's just really versatile and every character is really different. So I need to try not to make this too long because it was too long last time. So just quickly, let me just help Goku. So Goku is a character, you know, who is quite infamous for being you know, an only breakthrough character. That's why I made this build. It does make sense. Breakthrough, I'll quickly explain what a breakthrough is and what a breakthrough does. So without breakthrough, you can have a special move like Dragon Fist or Kamehameha, and you can up it twice. So the first one is obviously just normal. The second one is like level 2, where that means it gets a 25% attack damage increase on the actual move itself. With a breakthrough, what happens is that a breakthrough takes up all your capsule slots. It gives you all your transformation techs, it gives you all your special moves, and all your special moves get moved up to level 3, which makes them all do 50% bonus damage. So quite a lot. But we can get more out of that depending on how you take it. So Goku anyway, he's a zoning character. He needs to zone his character out, find his way in, get in, build his momentum up, get into the Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan / Super Saiyan 4, and start doing some serious damage. When he's got his momentum going and when he gets into his higher forms, you know, that's, you know, he becomes a threat. Once you got the momentum going, it's hard to break him down. But if you don't get in that momentum, if they're all up on you the whole time, you know, or you know, they drop you out of your transformation and then they're the one that's, you know, putting pressure on you, it's hard to deal with. You know, that's just how Goku plays. That's just part of his character. What this build does is completely change that, and it just makes him a madman, and you just go in like an absolute nutter. I call it the PNS Goku, the pre-Namek Saga, because that's where he becomes Super Saiyan and that, or the Kaioken Goku, whatever. So let's quickly explain what this build in front of me does right now. So you've got Z-Sword, straight up gives you 10% extra attack damage bonus. You've got Saiyan Spirit, it takes away your ability to block, but for the price of that you get an attack power and a defense power increase, which is 20%, so you take 20% less damage and you do 20% more damage on all your attacks, including your special moves. So that is straight up 30% right there, plus a 20% to your defense as well, so you take a few more beats than usual. What do you do when you can't block? You know, use some of your ki to evade. You know, if you pressure your block just at the right time, you can evade hits and stuff. Feel free to, you know, spaz that out, spaz that out, because you don't actually get punished for miss evading. You don't get punished for miss clicking your block button, so it's not really a big deal. And then potential, which is a move that I use often. The reason why I use it often is because it is a move which is intended for people who don't do huge amounts of damage, like Yamcha, who was one of my characters when I was playing this game. Potential is a big thing for him, and for any character like that doesn't, you know, really kick out the damage. What it does is it starts you off by giving you an 8% attack damage increase, something like that. And every 20 seconds for the next 60 seconds you'll get another 8% increase, giving you, you know, 32% increase or whatever, or if it is 8%, but in total after 60 seconds, so it's quite a big boost. And then yeah, we got Dragon Fist twice, so obviously that gives me the 20% on Dragon Fist, and we got 5% Kaioken. This build actually makes Goku, after the 60 seconds, one of the strongest characters in the game that is only outdone by Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, a Vegeta build which I'll show you in a moment, and maybe Raccoon and Captain Ginyu, maybe I'm not saying that for a definite, but yeah, pretty powerful. So I thought I'd start off by showing you Goku, because a lot of people get play Goku, it's kind of their first character, and people might be wondering, well, what other things can you do with Goku? This is one of them. If you're playing against a particularly bad matchup, you don't just have to play this. If it's a particularly bad matchup, what you can do is go boom, boom, take that out, and we put in a sturdy vest, bang, and then, you know, you lose some damage, but you still got pretty high base. You know, you get 30% out of that, plus the 5% off Kaioken, 20% off of that, 20% defense off of that, and then an extra 30% off of the sturdy vest, boom, just like that. You know, you might even want to just drop that down to a training vest and then rock an item of some sort, maybe some chill juice. It's pretty good. I mean, all the chill juice are really good. That gives you 3 key bars straight. Not that you really need it, because you haven't got any transformations or anything to go into, so there's not really anything set up into it. But you know, it's a free teleport, if anything. There's some other stuff that you can use. Yeah, you know, you can always change it up like that if you're up against a particularly bad matchup for Goku. Alright, so boom, we'll put that back in, and we'll drag this back in, because that's my build. So yeah, try that out. It's, like I said, it's massive damage. It's something, I think Super Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is something like 180 attack damage boost. This is something like 175 if you go into Kaioken, plus the extra defense, so this is a lot. Okay, so yeah, that's a really damaging build on Goku. Try it out if you're a big Goku fan, good Goku player, and to see how just effective it really is. For anyone who is wondering, in fact, let's tell you what, let's go to Vegeta real quick when I do this first. So this is my Vegeta build. It's a Majin Vegeta build. The great thing about Majin Vegeta build, basically what happens is when you get under 1 health bar and you get knocked down, basically you're taking a hit or whatnot, it will make you invulnerable. There's nothing they can do. They can't pick you back. They can't take you. They can't do anything. They can't do any extra damage to you. Once that occurs, that's it. You've gone into Majin Vegeta mode, and yeah, then you get your 5 key baseline, and you gain some attack damage. You know, so it gives you a bit of space straight up, because it knocks you down. So you know, it kind of like breaks the what's going on with the combo and that. And yeah, then you become Majin Vegeta with power bonus as well. I think it's something like 20% power bonus, 25% maybe. So what have we got with that? We've got the same spirit again, so you know, you lose your guard, attack power and defense increase, so you've got a little bit of armor there, taking 10% less damage. You also get the 30% attack power boost altogether, and double final impact. Why final impact over Gallic Gun? Final impact does quite a bit of damage. Also, Gallic Gun gets taken out for atomic blast, what I call atomic brokenness. It's not really that broken, but it's pretty good. It's good though. It's good though. It only costs half a key bar, which is what makes it so good. Yeah, it gets taken out and replaced with that when you go into Majin mode. And yeah, so this again, this is quite a high damage build, and yeah, I'm quite a fan of the Majin Vegeta build. Now, if you you know, again, you can even replace this. You could just say, okay, let's not run that. Let's not run Battle Testament. Let's just run boom, boom. What that does is just give you 2 extra health bars. So, you know, when you are low health, you drop, you've gone into Majin Vegeta, you've got to knock down someone. Boom, atomic brokenness. Takatsu Pork Bowl, when you get 2 extra health, and you get better time on Majin Vegeta. So yeah, that's cool. That's it. Let's just put that back real quick. Oh yeah, let me talk about some other builds. So I'll quickly take this time to really quickly explain this. Why things like meditation is things like this. So what does meditation do? Greatly expresses energy consumption. Basically, There's a bunch of skills in the game. This is one of them, which reduce your key costs of all your moves, of everything that cost key, which would make this build absolutely insane, because it means that Super Saiyan 4 would only cost 5.5 key bars to go into, which is pretty insane. The reason why in the rulings that key reduction capsules are banned is because they affect teleport costs, which does break the game. It really breaks the meta when they're not costing free. When they're not costing free key bars, it really does break the meta, and that is the reason why. So it's nothing to do with builds like this. That would be fine if it just didn't make the teleports cost less. There wouldn't be any problems. So yeah, that's why we don't run builds like that. But there is like other builds. I mean, if you don't want to play Breakthrough, but you're not really too into the Majin Vegeta, this build that I'm about to do. Straight up, yeah. So okay, you got potential. This build is probably the highest damage build in the game. I think this is even stronger than Super Saiyan Gogeta for how much damage this can pump out. Because Super Saiyan 4 gives you 40% attack damage bonus. Saiyan Spirit gives you 20. And potential gives you like something like 30, 32 or something like that. So I think it's just a bit over 30. So yeah, he actually becomes stronger than Gogeta after 60 seconds of running this build, which is insane. You run this build and you'll see when you activate your Super Saiyan 4, when you go to Super Saiyan 4 and you use your final shine, which is what the Gallic Gun becomes, the damage is ridiculous. So yeah, that's an alternative build. If you're, want to just play like a kind of standard Vegeta, but you really want to pump out some damage. Alright, so let me just put this back to my margin build real quick. Real quick. Final impact. Boom, boom. Talk about ultimate power real quick. Ultimate power is essentially meant to be the same as potential, but it gives you 6 attack and 6 defense. And is meant to probably give you 6 attack and defense every 20 seconds for the next 60 seconds. Problem is that every version of Budokai 3 that I have played, not including HD, so I don't know about HD, it's bugged, so it doesn't actually work. You will get your starting stats, but it won't actually increase your stats over time. So avoid it. It's broken. It doesn't work properly, which is unfortunate. Otherwise, there'll be like even more choice. But yeah, boom. All right. So what else did I have in here? Hold on. Oh, what am I doing? No, it's not potential. What am I doing? Not potential. It's properties mind control. Done. No. Draw for the Majin Vegeta. Where are you at? Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we've done that. I'm not gonna go through all these characters. I'll probably go through them very slowly, so you can like have a couple of seconds to see each one. I just wanted to go through a couple of the different builds. So characters that aren't used often, let's quickly talk about these two, Cell Jr. and Saibamen. So Cell Jr. Overtension, basically it poisons your character and deals damage over time, but it gives you a 20% attack damage bonus in return. And Viral Heart Disease puts a poison on both your character and the opponent. And then Serious, when your health drops below a half, you get bonus attack power. So why would you want to do this? Remembering it's the 4 health bar meta. So basically with the Cell Juniors and Cybermans, as most of you will probably know, is that when one dies, another one comes to life. So what will happen is each one only has 1 health bar. The poisons don't actually damage you if you're under half a health bar. So these take you straight to half health, which procs that, so you get a huge damage bonus, and meanwhile the opponent's still getting poisoned. And obviously the Kamehameha for the combo finishers. So if you just on face Cell Jr. This is what makes him most dangerous and most effective found as a build. Saibamen, again, quite similar kind of thing. They got the Vara Heart, they got the Area of Century, but they run self-destruct and acid. Why self-destruct? It doesn't cost any key, you just need to have 4 key to use it, and people don't want to touch you when you got it, because the jump just seems to go through everything, every move that you can fire out at it. So, and with that build, the self-destructs do a lot of damage, serious damage. And also remember that every time, you know, one of your Saibamen or Cell Jr. dies, they spawn, the next one spawns right at the back of the stage with key baseline, regardless of how much key you used on the other one, which is the insane thing about them. So yeah, you run that, and then you've got the Chicken Fried Seasoned Toad, which basically reduces the armor, your armor by like 25%, but increases your attack damage by 30%. And with half a health bar, with a health bar of what you need armor for, it's not really a big deal. So boom, that deals a lot of damage, that build. So if you're interested in trying out and trying to make them as viable as possible, those are the builds I recommend. With a lot of characters, with some characters, there are some characters that, you know, Breakthrough is just better. I'm not necessarily saying it's Omega Shenron, but it's not really a character that I touch. So, but characters I do touch that I do usually tend to keep breakthroughs on are Piccolo and Krillin, for instance. So let's quickly talk about Ultimates. Ultimates real quick. Androids are all the same, as you can see here, 16, 17, 18, all have the high nano machine defense, kind of level 3 power up with the potential and the damage bonus with one special move. Really underrated characters, 18 and 16 are. 16 has the highest range in the game. I think he's even got more range than Broly for a lot of his stuff, and she's just stupidly quick. Just before that, I spoke about Broly. So here's Broly, and we got Legendary Super Saiyan, Gigantic Press, God Wrap, and Chilled Juice. Why have I got Well Chilled Juice? So with Broly, if you can't go into, if you're getting stopped from going into Legendary Super Saiyan, you're done. Without his Legendary Super Saiyan power up, Broly is just a massive target. One of the ways to counter this is, you know, he has got a bunch of like knockdown potentials and things. If you can get the knockdown on and drop a Well Chilled Juice, it instantly puts you to 5 key bars, and you can instantly go into Legendary Super Saiyan form. And then you've got that for the defense as well, so you can take more beats. So this is just kind of a build that, you know, ensures you're not gonna not be able to get into Legendary Super Saiyan, basically. So yeah, it's a pretty good build for Broly if you're a Broly player. There's a quick Bardock one, because a lot of people play Bardock. So you know, this gives attack damage. So does that. It gives a bit of attack damage per whatever it is as well, and some defense on there, and double heat Flanax for those extra damage on those heat Flanax combos. You will get more damage out of this than the general, you know, breakthrough 50% heat Flanax damage combos. Just because of, well, you know, having to lift them up with your normals and stuff. This really, this build really does help keep them in check and do maximum potential damage. So yeah, I mean, just quickly an example of who I use a potential on his characters like Yamcha, if I didn't mention that already, because he's a low damage attack character, but he's really quick, he's got everything else besides damage. When you've got potential on him, obviously you've got to put potential on him because you're playing for the long game, you're not going to end the game straight away, he doesn't have the damage to. So those are the kind of characters you want to use skills like potential on. So quickly, Cooler and Frieza, they've also got a move called, you know, Cooler or Frieza's Spaceship. And obviously the ruling behind this is that, you know, the health bar meta is 4. You can run the spaceships, but you have to run 2 health bars. Is it worth it? Yeah, you know, again, if you get comboed, you know, you can break the combo straight away once you die. And then you come back stronger than ever. You know, you get 5 key baseline and you get an attack damage power up. So that's a really simple one for Cooler. You know, again, you can change that up if you want. You still want to drop those 2. Keep Salsa Blade for the combo finishers, and just, you know, run Rit Armor, or so, you know, so I can take some beats. You know, or run potential. Because when you go into the Cooler Spaceship form, you'll have quite a lot of bonus damage with the potential combined onto it. So, oh, no, not the final form. Drop that straight away. So, one of the things about I'll mention now about doing these different capsule builds, because a lot of them give quite a high damage boost. You'll find throws are really effective in this game. So you know the thing of doing you know like a short block stun combo, like Yamcha's forward punch into grab, works really well. Even if you hit them, I mean that's just a low stun combo in general, so even if you hit them you can just pop them into a throw afterwards. I'm not saying that's the person you want to do it on, but that's an example. Throws do work when you've got the right builds on. You know, there's a build for Kid Buu. Obviously he's got 6 key base. One of the things about this game is each key bar you're down from your baseline you lose 2 defense from. So when you're missing 6 key bars you lose a whole chunk of defense. I think you lose more from your last key bar as well. So you've got the Mage Guard, which ups his power defense by 20%. So it stops him from getting affected by that so much. But even if you do take damage, once you lose just a third of your health, boom, massive attack power increase. On top of that, with a Kamehameha. Why Kamehameha over Death Ball? Because Kid Buu does quite a bit of damage, so it's not a big deal. Kamehameha is a really quick death move, so there are some options you can use it in that you couldn't use Death Balling, whereas because it's quite slow. It's quite similar to trying using like, you know, Dodon Ray on TN, or Key Blast Cannon on what's his name? Ooh. Alright, your Senzu Bean on him, done though, which just gives you 4 health and 4 mana. Why have I got that on him? He doesn't really need anything else. This is a really underrated, really dangerous character when you know how to use him correctly. And just having a Senzu Bean to pop is nice. Like I said, you can change it up, you can put in more defense or whatever if you're not really calm with having an item use. But yeah, that it does work. Yeah, Cell, just one of those characters that is a perfect example. He's absolutely sick no matter what. He's always like top tier. But it's just one of those characters where it's not worth having anything else outside of Breakthrough. So yeah, real quick, ultimate text. There's a lot of people in this group I'm with at the moment that don't really use the ultimates, and you're not really meant to, just the way the game's built, because you've got to go into the dragon mode. It kind of makes it hard. Everything in the game makes it hard to use ultimates, but there are some occasions where you can. Generally, the rules for engaging for using ultimates are: A, does the character have a transformation? Why is that important? Because if the character does have a transformation, they can actually do combos into ultimates. Which, if I didn't show anything about that in my previous Budokai 3 video, I'll do a little showcase of it, just to show you what I mean. How much does the ultimate cost? 4 or less. If it costs 5 plus is a lot to spend on anything. If you think about it, you're just depleting your entire key bar with no backup, no nothing. So yeah, that's one. And the other one is, does your move cost your key baseline, which is also very important. I often say that Krillin's probably the best one for using it, even though his key baseline doesn't take the 4. Even though his ultimate costs 4 key bar, but his baseline's only 3, he can transform, which obviously takes him straight to 4 key bars. So it's all right for it's pretty decent to Krillin. He's one of the ones that you would use ultimate on the most. The Bora is another really good one to use it on. Aside from them, however, Nappa and Raccoon are both characters that are good for going into the dragon mode and just straight ulting people. When they're coming in with a combo, boom, dragon mode, full armor on, boom, straight into ultimate. Why? Because they only cost 3 key bars, both of their ultimates. So you can just go boom, boom, straight in, and you're done. You can just put them straight into an ultimate, and with the right equips, the ultimates do a lot of damage. You'll see this equip on him gives him like 40% attack damage and defense as well. Raccoon and Captain Ginyu have some of the highest attack damage outputs in the game with the right equip. So this, you've got the Ginyu Force badge, which is kind of like Saiyan Spirit, so it gives you 20% attack damage and defense. You've got the 10% attack damage from there. You've got the potentials, the damage gain over time. And then you've got the special fighting poses, which give you like 5% every time you use them. You know, so you got 15% from that, 20 from that, 40 from that, and like 32 from that. So, you know, almost 180 attack damage. And not Captain Ginyu, but Raccoon. If you've got someone who knows how to play Raccoon, it's really weird because Raccoon just does some really weird stuff. It's quite abusive if to hit up people who don't really know this character very well. Yeah, there's my Frieza build because I showed you a cooler. So I've got second form, third form, Death Wave. So obviously I've got the second form, fourth form, so I can equip Death Wave, so I can use that at any time, especially when he dies and becomes Mecha Frieza. Even before the Frieza spaceship, I always like to use third form abilities because his third form gives him huge range advantage. Actually, third form Frieza is actually really powerful because he keeps all his speed. He's quite a fast character. So yeah, you know, that's a build there for if you're looking to try out something different for Frieza. All right. Yeah, you know, so I'll just quickly do now. That's kind of it. I just wanted to point those things out and show people, you know, builds in this game that you can do outside of breakthroughs. I mean, Team Gohan again is another example of just characters you just can't do anything but breakthrough. It just is what it is. So I'm just going to slowly go through this list now and just show you so you can see each one properly, and you know, you can try them out if you want to. Obviously, there's my Goku build. There's my Kid Goku build. Again, it's a really strong one. That's almost 170% damage when you use that. This is one of the characters I used a lot back in the day as well. Kid Gohan. Team Gohan, adult Gohan, very similar to Goku, but he gets his mixed blood, which gives him 10% attack and defense, I think, because obviously he's half Saiyan, half human. He gets a double Soaring Strike, so no transform tech, which you know means you lose out on the transform, unblockables and stuff like that. But the damage that comes off of this is obscene, and with the potential, and his damage just gets worse and worse over time. And like I said, it's not a big deal if you think you're in a bad matchup. You can just instantly just there you go, extra defense, no problem. Wait, what's missing now? What? Potential. Oh, did I have Kami's outfit then? Yeah, okay, yeah. That makes sense because then it's 20% attack and defense base. Done though. Right, so there's that. Why Justice pose? Funnily enough, I mean, you know, this is not a serious character, it's just for fun. But this build, I think, actually makes him the actual strongest in the game. If for any reason you actually, you know, stunned the opponent and got them into a Justice pose and actually hit the Justice pose off, I think he has attack damage. You can power up and reduce it. Yeah, it powers you up and it reduces their ki by half, which is pretty decent. But I think the power up is pretty big. And I think this could, I'm not 100%, but this could take you at maximum potential to 190, which would make him the strongest attack power character in the game. That's quite funny. So yeah, there's that. Goten and Trunks, this is the standard build for Goten and Trunks. They're level 2 death moves with Super Saiyan in and Mixed Blood. General Vest potential, Fruits of Training. Straight up, again, really underrated characters. Kid Goten and Kid Trunks are really strong. You know, if you quite like the short characters, and if you like those characters, you want to try them out. I do recommend them. They're both very strong, very effective characters. There's Trunks, quite similar, although I've got the big sturdy fiber jacket in him to give him that extra defense, so you can just really take a beating. So yeah, Tien, Dodon Ray, and Ki Blast Cannon, like I mentioned about the quick Kamehameha from Kid Buu. This is even quicker. Dodon Ray, it's worth having one in just for those situations where you can just Dodon through someone's Ki Blast or something. But obviously you need the Ki Blast Cannon because that's where his big damage really comes from. And obviously potential because he doesn't do a lot of damage in the first place, so it's really important that you use that on him because you're gonna play the long game. You're gonna play the long game with that. Same thing with Yamcha. Double Wolf Fang Fist in this one though, to really make those Wolf Fang Fist combos super damaging. You can get some real serious damage for those. So I mainly like this character. Boom character. Hercule is the opposite to the other characters I've shown you. With this build, he actually becomes the highest defense character in the game. I think it's literally 190 defense. So he takes more beats than anyone else in the game, which is kind of hilarious. And you know, considering that he hasn't got the base key to like teleport stuff, it's really good. You know, they do so little damage to you, and anyone can just drop you at any point out of a combo. So it's actually quite. This is quite funny. I used to play Hercule with my heads quite a few times, just because yeah, it's insane and it's funny. There's Videl, one of my characters I like quite playing her. She's actually quite fun. Toro is pretty much breakthrough, but you get the fusion. Toro is so worth. Supreme Kai is a pretty quick character, and that just increases his range. Changes a couple of his combos, I think, but gives him a 30% attack increase as well. Might as well just have that as no. I think that's the best thing rather than a custom build. Oob, something similar to Yamcha and that. Got the flurry, got the key cannon for the quick, you know, hit him up with a zoning, and the fierce flurry for the extra combo damage. Raditz, bad boy, one of my this is one of my guys that I like playing. Real sick. Ain't slow, man's got some serious range on him, and this gives him like 40% defense and 40% attack power. So yeah, you can just go mad with this build. All the androids, like I said, I've mentioned, are pretty much the same. If I mentioned about him, but you know, you got the serious skill when his health drops below a third, you know, gets the power up. I think I did mention all this, so that's alright, that's all bless. And I mentioned Broly, yeah. And that's it. So yeah, there you go, guys. Those are some capsule builds that you can try out on different characters. Hope you enjoyed the video. What I'll do for the next one, because obviously this one was quite long, is I'll showcase some of what these builds are capable of, and then you lot can all try them out for yourselves. All right. Yeah, for all the Vegeta ones, you want to really try out that Vegeta one. You know, my boy Hazel, big up Hazel, he's like the best Vegeta player I've ever known on this game. The only person I would say can come close is Saiyajin, and that's because he's the only other person I've seen besides my boy who can do the kick, forward, kick, punch, cancel, juggle properly all the time, all the way through and on people. You know, as well. But yeah, my boy Hazel, this was his main character, and he was sick on this character. He also secondaried Nappa. Jokes. Nappa is a strange character, but when you got that build on Nappa, if you know how to abuse, he plays very different from every character. Rather than being about combos, it's all about using his armor techs, because he's got loads of armor skills. But if you use him correctly, you know, each of those armor hits do so much damage, and it's just hilarious, just getting zoned out by a Nappa. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Don't want it to be too much longer, so I'm just going to end it there. I'll catch you up for the next video. Yeah, sorry it's been a while since I uploaded one, but I have been recording some stuff for guys, so there's going to be pretty much uploads going on daily. But cool, and I'll catch you guys for the next one. Yeah, big up to the Budokai family. One love, bless, peace.